Can get one of the 200 forms of arthritis, but the most common is osteoarthritis, where bones and cartilage in the joints become stiff and painful, and that mainly affects older people. If you're over 60, you will have it, though often so mildly you'll just put it down to normal aches and pains. But for several million people, everyday tasks become painful and difficult. Osteoarthritis affects 3 times as many women as men. Yvette met one female sufferer recently.
Some of these joints are quite deformed now, aren't
Yes.
they? Can you show me you're making a fist?
Molly Humby is a stoic example of just how cruel arthritis can be.
Do they cause you a lot of pain?
Yes.
Which one?
It's not only crippled her hands, it's invaded her entire body, affecting her hip so badly that she had to have one replaced.
This is Mrs. Humby's left side, and you can see that very obviously she's had a hip replacement.
Soon the other one will have to be replaced as well.
It's very painful, and at times I'd rather sit down than stand. You know, I don't get about so much. I can't garden like I used to. I can't bend down with because the knees won't bend for me. I don't sleep very well.
But like thousands of other sufferers, Molly is fighting back.
If I can just tell you that the black lines mark the edge of the steps, so if you...
Today she's having her first workout in the hydrotherapy pool at the General.
And this is just to stretch and mobilise the hip, really, rather than strengthen it, Molly, at this stage.
A gentle exercise session in a pool heated almost to bath temperature.
So it's really to provide a bit of pain relief and to actually gain some range of movement.
How available are these pools?
Most larger hospitals have one.
There are more than 200 types of arthritis. Most people will have heard of just 2, osteo, which is generally caused by wear and tear on the joints, and rheumatoid.
In rheumatoid arthritis, the process is not confined to the joint. It's a generalized illness, but it just so happens that the disease process targets the joint, and that's where the patient is most aware of problems, usually.
How was that?
Very nice.
Yeah?
Yes.
What sort of exercises were you doing there?
Well, moving the leg and the hip, you know, to get the hip going. Yeah. It seems to have loosened it. It's not quite so painful.
Hydrotherapy is just one of a number of ways of combating the pain of arthritis.
Some joints will benefit from being injected with steroid occasionally. There are other means of controlling pain, such as acupuncture. There's a gadget called a TENS machine, which is an electrical stimulator which can relieve pain for some patients.
And Molly is also being taught how to make her life easier, with a few simple tips on everyday tasks, like wearing splints to support a weak joint. Gadgets that make jobs like taking the lid off a jar or the top of a bottle much easier.
Then you can use this, what we call our kettle tipper. And you just use it like this. It takes the strain off from tipping a very heavy kettle.
Finally, a word of advice if you think arthritis may be creeping up on you.
The worst thing you can do is to take the view that it's all downhill from here and adopt a very negative attitude to it. I mean, it's true of any disease. If you have a positive attitude to your condition and to life generally, then you do fare better. There's good evidence that that's the case.